A few weeks ago, I posted something online on Threads. And by the way, when talking about threads, do we call a post a thread or do we just call it a post? I'm still trying to navigate that. But I posted a thread that read, quote, "I'm really in my entrepreneur era now. Wowzers." End quote. That post was meant to express an air of gratitude, but also my shock that I am truly making this move in my career right now. And then it dawned on me, once an entrepreneur, always an entrepreneur. To be frank, this is not my first go around at entrepreneurship. I will explain what I mean coming right up. In every role that I've taken on during my time as an executive within creative artist agency, I have operated as an entrepreneur. In fact, it's very much part of the culture in agency life. As an agent or executive working on behalf of representing world-class talent in the form of athletes, actors, musicians, leaders, and so forth, one is expected to take initiative and penetrate the market to scout opportunities to make clients' dreams come true. The key word here is initiative, the main element of entrepreneurship. In fact, there is an exact word that's been coined to describe an entrepreneur within a corporate setting. I'm sure you've heard this one before. It's called intrapreneur. The term intrapreneur was coined in the late 1970s by Gifford Pinchot. I hope I'm saying his name right. Gifford Pinchot III and his wife, Elizabeth Pinchot. They introduced the concept in a 1985 article in The Economist magazine and elaborated on it in their book called Intrapreneuring: Why You Don't Have to Leave the Corporation to Become an Entrepreneur. That book was published in 1985. Pinchot described entrepreneurs as employees who act like entrepreneurs while working within a company, taking responsibility for transforming ideas into profitable innovations. Their work helped to popularize this concept and demonstrate its potential to drive corporate innovation. So essentially, an entrepreneur is an employee within a company who takes on the mindset and initiatives of an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur would use their creativity, innovation, and leadership skills to develop any ideas, product, services, or processes, and they do so within the framework of the organization they work for. Entrepreneurs often drive change, they take calculated risk, and they work to create value for the company while benefiting from the company's resources and infrastructure. So I say all that to say, quite frankly, I have been entrepreneuring for 10 years now, which makes me primed to be an entrepreneur. Here's some other key characteristics of an entrepreneur if you are listening to this and saying, I might be one too. Some characteristics include innovative thinking. They identify opportunities for improvement or innovation. An entrepreneur is a risk taker. They are willing to take calculated risk to achieve their goals. They are problem solvers. They focus on addressing challenges or inefficiencies in creative ways. They are proactive. They take the initiative to drive projects or ideas forward without anyone waiting for their direction. And they are resourceful. They leverage the company's existing resources, people, and networks to execute their vision. An entrepreneur, I certainly was. Okay, quick story time. I believe the year is 2017, or it might have been 2016. It was the year that Dwayne Wade left the Miami Heat to join the Chicago Bulls. I remember it like it was yesterday. In the Miami market where I remained while Dwayne was in Chicago, Dwayne was still one of my main focuses on a day-to-day. And while he was playing in the Chicago market, there was this one player that still remained in Miami as a focal centerpiece on the Heat's roster. His name is Udonis Haslem. known as UD. Udonis and I started working together in that same year, and my role was to oversee the client servicing efforts with UD. Client servicing basically means that if he needed anything, I would be there to service him. I was to be a liaison to him, ensuring that he was taken care of on behalf of CAA. However, it didn't take long for me to recognize that there was an untapped market opportunity with UD when Dwayne moved to Chicago. I recognized that while there was no D Wade in the city, besides a home that Dwayne still owned in Miami at that time, there was potential in leveraging Udonis and his local popularity as Mr. 305 to secure endorsement deals. I mean, he was already Mr. 305 anyway, so ding ding ding, the light bulb went off in my head. Instead of just focusing on client servicing when it came to Udonis and making sure that he was good and taken care of with whatever he needed, why not sell him around town and get some local marketing deals? This strategy of mine was successful, leading to 3 to 4 deals in that 2017 season, including a key deal with the Miami Heat's jersey partner at that time, Ultimate Software. The localized success with Udonis led me to focus on sales and marketing on a greater scale within CAA, identifying other players with unique stories and personalities who could similarly capitalize on their local market presence. This was the entrepreneur, or shall I say, intrapreneur in me. So while I am grateful and excited, I really shouldn't be surprised that I am here, launching my own endeavor. Once an entrepreneur, always an entrepreneur. If you've been considering a pivot of any sorts, I hope you'll continue to stick around and be inspired by my journey and the gems that I will share along the way. Be sure to follow me on LinkedIn and on Threads, where I am going to share nuggets and insights outside of these podcast episodes, especially for those who are into sports or sports business. You definitely want to follow me on LinkedIn because that's where I am going to get really granular on some of these sports business insights. So follow and engage there. The links are in the show notes. And if you enjoy this episode, download the episode and share with a friend. Also, leave a rating and review if you have not already done so. I want to hear from you. And if you are listening on Spotify, you can now leave comments, so I would love to hear from you there as well. Subscribe and follow the show if you have not already done so you don't miss out on future episodes and installments of Hey, It's Arlesha podcast. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time, I am sincerely yours, Arlesha.